And I want to do a freaking backflip in a bikini and drop into a split and be like, I look good.
If I'm not happy, I can't help make other people happy.
No.
If I'm not taking care of myself, I can't take care of other people.
No.
If I'm not healthy, I can't help other people get healthy. Like, there's so many layers to it.
Should we take a drink? Let's have a drink.
Yes, let's have a drink. She's got all these accents and I'm over here like...
Honestly, it's crazy because it's like, I think throughout my day, without even knowing what I'm doing, I
break into accent
like all the time. Like, I feel like I talk in an accent more than I talk normal. Namaste.
Okay, you know what? This is like, I don't even know how much they saw at the beginning, but...
No, honestly, you know what this is?
What?
All over the place with LAYNE FABLE.
Oh. Shit. Steph's too good at this. So Steph is starting her YouTube channel, launching her YouTube channel tonight. And we figured we'd do a little podcast episode. You guys all need to go subscribe first and foremost. But yeah, I don't even know, like, this is gonna be maybe the mess. Like, normally people start and it's messy and then naturally it progresses and gets better, but I'm like the other way.
It's okay, like, messy is my life, so.
Well, cheers to that.
What else? You know, like, it's either messy or it ain't, and usually it's pretty messy.
Because a lot of the questions, I think one of the first ones was like, how did you meet? You wanna explain?
So once upon a time, our cute friend,
she's been on the podcast. She's the reason that I am friends with so many of my best friends.
Honestly same, but she is, I think we could both say, like, one of the most solid friends that we have.
Oh yeah.
Equally,
like over a decade,
right? And I think a lot of people
it's
can
like
say
2
that
decades,
about her. Right? Her and I. So we're obviously we're talking about Caitlin Ivory. She is our prized possession.
Literally like angel.
Kate and I have been friends since we were like, I don't know, like 6 years old. We went to summer camp together, and yeah, we've just been friends ever since. And I can say in full confidence, Kate and I have never had a falling out. We've had like times where we've not spoken as much and, like, you know, fell off a little bit, but her and I have always remained the same. Anytime we do get back together after time apart, which hasn't been in a while, it's like, you know, nothing's changed. And
same.
Yeah. And I think like friends like that are very important. And honestly, I feel like you and I, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think I met Layne through Kate
when we were
like in high school.
Yeah,
high school. Right? High school. And always loved Layne, and she's just like outgoing and fun and like,
oh, keep
the
going.
Best.
I'm like, no, tell me more.
The best. And yeah, I always knew she would be doing dope shit. And then I really you know, dug my way into her life again when I found out she was doing all of this YouTube and podcasting amazing stuff, because I'm new to this world and I could use all the help I could get. And obviously, like, we just chill. Like, we just go.
Steph's gonna blow up, and I think you're gonna surpass me like faster than I even expected. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think that's a crazy prediction, but I like it's the only thing,
I'm here for it.
It's the only thing like fueling me to actually do this, honestly, because even like over the weekend, and when there was like a couple of days where I wasn't here and working with you, because I've been coming here a lot to try to work with Layne and get as much advice as I can on YouTube
and eat some of Mark's cooking.
Right. That's the real reason why I'm cooking.
That's the real. My dad's like, Steph picked a good day to come over. I'm cooking, and I was like, yeah, that's why.
He's the best, hands down the best. But even like the last couple of days where I was like, you know, in between like launching this YouTube channel and doing my own editing at home and like just thinking about it, I psyched myself out. And like, I think that I win the title for like biggest or worst self-sabotager in all of life. Like, but the reason why I haven't progressed in life and all the things that I want to do is because I'm a self-sabotager, and I like,
you're like,
psych
no,
myself
I'm not gonna
out.
do it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, you know, maybe it's better to stay private, or.
And then I text her, I'm like, I can't wait for your video, like when you're making it live.
I'm like,
let's film this, let's do this.
Yeah, but that's like, those are the kind of people you need in your life, and I think when you have a a circle of people behind you, like talking you up and reminding you who you are, and just, you know, on the same page as you, really. Like people who want to get better and do big things and progress and you know, just be better. I think that it helps, and it definitely like has made a difference in the way that I view my legitimacy, if that's a word, and like just like the way that, I don't know, like I feel like I'm like,
I just think you've completely, and granted, I mean, we definitely had a few years where we didn't like talk. I wouldn't say like didn't talk as if
like
something bad.
we were always
good and we were always like friendly, but then we started hanging out, and pretty recently, but like hanging out, and then I realized like we just have so much in common, and we see so many of the things the same way, and I just think you have this positive outlook on everything. And honestly, I think maybe that's why we vibe so well, because I am the biggest self-sabotager, but I finally found a way to just push through it. And I like, even today, I was like, you're not gonna get all, there's no way you're gonna get all of the vlogs that you're procrastinated and behind on done before you go to Florida. But I'm like, no, you're gonna finish it. And I did 2 yesterday. I'm gonna finish 2 today. I finished 1, I'm hopefully gonna do 1 later. And I don't know, it's just one of those things, like you just,
it's crazy how much like your own self-talk has an effect on, you know, what you do.
Absolutely.
Everything in your life. Like self-talk, negative self-talk is not good. Like any kind of negative self-talk. And
and that sticks in your head. Like you talk to yourself the most.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, I can talk to our like group and have everyone build us up, and your parents build you up, and your significant others, but the second you're the one tearing yourself down, like who holds more weight in your head than you do? Like
no.
So I've been actively trying to do that, and the thing I keep saying to myself for 2021 is like, why put off for tomorrow what you can get done today?
Yeah.
Because I am the biggest procrastinator. I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll go drop this off tomorrow.
Procrastinator too, for sure.
And then everything piles up, and then I'm so far behind, and I'm like, you could have been done with 4 things off. I'm a big to-do list person too. And it's just like, it's one of those things, and it is, it's the voice in your head, and once you train yourself to be like, no, I got this.
It's literally something though that you need to train.
Yes.
Like you know, maybe some people aren't as negative in their thoughts, or you know, they don't naturally talk themselves out of almost everything that they do, and that's not a problem for you. But if you are, this is something you need to work on. Like it takes work, it takes time, and consistency. Like you literally need to every single day be like, yeah, I'm that bitch.
Dude, I found this. Like little mantras like that, even if you want to say I'm that bitch, but like mantras like that, like why
me to wake up and be like, I'm that bitch. I'm like, yeah, I am that bitch. I'm literally having a conversation with myself about what I'm capable of. It's strange, but I do also, I think writing things down, and a thing that Johnny's my boyfriend, something that we've started doing like the last couple months, and ever since we really started to like hone down on all the things we've been wanting to do for years, but really like just started doing recently, is whiteboarding. Like we bought a bunch of whiteboards.
Wait, I've heard of this.
And we've just been, you know, on these big whiteboards writing down our goals, our to-do list, everything, literally everything.
I gotta do that.
And
I'm a big notebook girl, but when you can see it like you're reminded of it as you go around and see it, I think that is beneficial for sure.
100%. I've always been like, you know, I'm just such a free person that like I've never restricted myself to like having a plan and writing it down.
That's a great description for you and I, because I feel like we're very like go with the flow, like we'll take whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, but my plan was to not do this, but then I just am like, why fight it, like whatever. But you do need like the scheduling is something that does actually really help you.
It's everything. And like I struggle from being,
especially when you're
organized,
working for yourself and doing your own content and everything.
100%.
No one's there to tell you to film. No one's there to set up your shit. Like that's why when you say you're coming over, I'm like, okay, cool. I need to get this done, and like before you leave, because I know that I have an hour, and like it helps to have people around you that will do that, because for me, I'm like, I'll get it done, and then the day's over. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm the same way. If anyone were to look at my phone or on my laptop, they would be like, this is scary. Like I could get very unorganized. And I feel like your phone is like a reflection of
your head, you know, like this is where all my whole life is organized.
As I look over to my laptop to be like, can you see my desktop? Is your desktop...
It's scary.
My desktop is terrifying.
Yours might not even be as bad as mine, but it's like...
You want to know why? Because I make a little folder in the top right and I say desktop mess and I just drag that shit in there to deal with later.
Yeah, but that's like the shit that I do.
I'll deal with it later.
I'm actively working on this. Like, I think being organized has such an effect on your productiveness and just your life in general. Your headspace. Okay. Like, when I'm cluttered... Everything is cluttered.
This is funny because I have never spoken about this on my channel because it's always been a point of contention between like me and my parents and me and myself and everything. My room has been a fucking mess since I was a child. My room, I've left clothes everywhere. Like, speaking of clutter, like I would change and leave clothes everywhere, piles. Like, you can ask anyone I've been friends with, anybody in my family, anybody, they'd be like, Lane's room a mess, but like just clutter, not like dirt, like clutter. So before New Year's Eve, because like yeah, it's nice to have a resolution, but like also fuck that, because you should be doing it whenever anyways.
Cheers to that.
I started just cleaning and clearing everything out. And buying, I know, I'm buying new pieces, like my desk where I edit and sit and do all my work, like a piece that I'm excited about. And my parents like, why would you spend money on that? Like, we have so many. I'm like, I just want something that's mine, because I still live at home. And that's another thing in 2021. I'm be super transparent. Yeah, I still live at home with my parents, and like, I did not think I'd be living at home.
But not for nothing, let me just sprinkle that in there. It's obviously, you know, 2021, 2020 was a crazy year for everyone. And I think if you have the opportunity to live at home and have a comfortable living situation and somewhere where, you know, you have everything that you need, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Why not? And save your money and build as much as you can before, because even just having an apartment, not only are you like essentially wiping your ass with your money because it's not you're not building anything when you have an apartment and you're leasing something, but if, you know, unless you're buying a house or something that's gonna like build itself for you, save your money.
No, absolutely. I think, but it goes back into what we were talking about, like habits and everything, and it's just like the dynamics of a family, because my entire family is living home right now because of COVID and everything. I thought I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the other thing, like,
bitch,
I've never had expectations. Yeah. I'm all about like no expectations, but then when it comes to myself, I'm hard as hell.
Yeah, I feel you.
But off on a tangent, sorry, I haven't eaten and this drink is fucking good.
I know, it's fine. I like had a big breakfast this morning and then I had a snack on my way here, and that's like not normal for me. Usually
we're getting sushi.
Yeah, I knew you'd be down with it.
Oh, always down.
What was I going to say?
Yeah, sorry, we go off on tangents. Oh, well, that's what
we do this a lot.
That's what this whole podcast is. But I feel like you and I, it's just
we could just go from topic to topic to topic.
There is, exactly, but like we're coherent with it all. Like, we know what's going on.
No, like I can backtrack.
I don't know if this is because I'm drinking a little, but I love this girl so much. I don't know what it is. It's like, and I know we just started hanging out again in like November and everything because of COVID or whatever. But I don't know. It's like when we hang out, I'm just like, yeah, we can take on like the entire, like, it's gonna happen.
Oh, I get so inspired when I hang out.
It's just gonna happen.
Like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, and then I get excited about it, and there are all those doubts of like, oh, maybe it's silly if I like,
if I'm not with you for like a couple days in a row,
I'm not gonna film.
I start to lose it. My momentum and my flow and my confidence in what I'm doing.
I'm gonna come
and then when I'm with Lane again, I'm like, we're doing this. This is it. This is life as we know it, and we're diving in. I wanted to say,
vodka, baby.
I saw this thing that resonated with me heavy. I think we were like driving to the city and it was on a billboard, and it said, where you live is how you live, I think. Where you live is how you live. And I don't know, like, it hit me because, you know, for so many years, because I've been wanting to YouTube and podcasts, and
we've talked about this for like over a year,
and get my face out there, get my voice out there for, you know, anything. I've had so many ideas just inside of me, and when I saw that, I was like, it hit me, because for so many years, since I'm 16 or 17, I've been in and out of different living situations, and living with a roommate, and moving in, you know, to someone else's house and someone else's space, and I feel like having your own space, even if it's, you know, your own room, because there's been times where I haven't even had my own room.
And you feel that.
It's everything. It's everything to have like your own space to organize, and
it's like a sanctuary. It really is.
And I think like being comfortable where you're at and being able to move around and like get creative is like everything. And you know, I had this like idea that like living on my own was going to be my time to thrive and do all the things that I wanted to do, but you can't really plan where your life is going to go, you know? And not that I'm living alone right now. I live with my boyfriend currently, but the situation, it has definitely like been accepting and like open to everything that I want to do, you know? And it helps when I'm with someone who is also creative and wants to,
but like, your boyfriend's going after it too.
Oh, I mean, yeah, heavy.
And the fact that you guys have that's incredible.
I know, it helps.
But I think you're completely right, and it's just, it's the company you keep. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's true. It's like
that, honestly, that over everything.
Yeah,
I think, like,
my parents used to be like, show me your friends.
With,
show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. And it's like, I now... And it goes back to Kate, bitch. It goes back to Kate.
We love Kate.
But you show me your friends and you show me who you are, and the people you keep around you, like, you become them.
You are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with most, right?
Fuck, that's my family.
Great. You know, the first time I heard that, I'm the same. The first time I heard that, I sat back for a second and I was like, damn. I was like...
Like, do you hang out the most, that you're around the most?
I don't know if all of these people, not saying that anyone I've ever surrounded myself with was bad or anything, but... As far as what I need out of life and what I need to do and where I need to go, like, sometimes you gotta, like, weed out the, I don't know, the people that aren't serving you.
It's
I mean,
so true, because there have been times, I'm not gonna name what or who, but when I've been traveling with either, like, strangers, the group travel or something, and there'll be times I'm, like, not myself, and I would try to vlog and be uncomfortable and, like, I mean, you know me, I can whip out a camera, talk, like, put it down, be exactly myself. And I just think there's a different feeling, and like the whole vibe, energy, everything. Like, it's true when you're with people that you're like meant to be around and you mesh with and it just fits. Everything seems to fall into place. And then when you're not,
but on top of that,
yeah.
Because listen, I could hang out with I mainly hang out with like my family, my sisters, my, you know, my close friends and everything, but not everybody has the same goals in life.
Exactly.
And I love everyone that I've ever surrounded myself with, indefinitely, but sometimes they're not progressing the way that you want to progress, or, you know, they don't have a vision like you do, and you need to pick who you're spending your time with, because people, like, if I'm spending my time with you, I'm on it. Like, I'm like I'm trying to be productive, and I have all these ideas, and I think hanging out with people who also are on the same wave is a game changer.
Absolutely.
Like, it's everything almost.
That's why part of me, I mean, listen, love my living situation right now, honestly. Like, I would like to live alone, but I don't know if that's the cure-all. Like, I think I just have this idea that, like, if I lived alone, I'd be able to just do this and not worry about when they're coming, like, someone's gonna come home and make noise and shower, because you probably heard that the first 30 minutes of this. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like it'd be better and maybe not, but I think you're right. And it's just more of a, oh God, now I'm losing my train of thought.
I do that all the time.
Like
literally mid.
I'm like
midpoint, and then my mind's like, yeah, midpoint.
Cut,
and it's like,
cut, you're done.
I do that all the time.
Oh, this is what I was gonna say.
And I don't even like smoke weed like that anymore. Because
dude, and I never smoked weed.
Exactly.
I never smoked weed.
At first, I would like chuck it up to being like, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm smoking, or I'm high, so you know, scatterbrain. But now I'm like, wait, I don't really smoke anymore, and I don't even know what I was just saying. So is this normal? Like, am I good? But it's normal. And I think it's because you're like hyper functioning, like you're the same way I am. Like, you're just like, go,
see,
go,
like,
go.
Don't you ever wish you could like see what someone else's brain actually was like? Because I don't,
because mine is so fucking crazy.
I don't know if I'm normal. Like, I literally bounce the hell around.
You're normal.
And I just had my headphones so fucking up here. Anyways,
cute.
I'm losing it. What I was saying is I want to come like and stay with you for a weekend, and we can like eat, breathe, and live this. and it'll be like a non-stop, because like
we have a guest bedroom, so
this is what I was gonna say. It's coming back to me. Damn, the vodka. This drink is strong, but I kind of really like it.
I love it.
It's gonna go good with our sushi.
It doesn't even taste strong. It's actually really good. And I'm not a drinker.
Shout out to House.
By the way.
I always think that like, oh, so I live at home with my parents, obviously, like that's not a secret, whatever, but I go food shopping for them. Like I just took down the Christmas tree today. I put the Christmas tree up. Like I do a lot of things that are just kind of like busy tasks, which I do enjoy, but it does cut into me creating.
Oh my God,
and
tell
like,
me about it.
Like even right now, my little brother just came up and we're gonna get sushi, and he's like, hey, like can you order? And normally I would be the one to order, like call, whatever. Like I know what everybody wants. I can put in the order. I'll use my card, whatever. Like I have all the information for that task. But it would have taken 30 minutes out that we had for this before everyone got home. And I was like, no, no, you do it. And all of a sudden there's like a ripple effect and everyone's losing their goddamn mind. And I'm like, so like I know I have a purpose here, but I don't know if that purpose that I'm serving here in this position is where I want to be. And I enjoy doing it, but I have this in my head, and I don't know if this is just a delusion, that if I lived on my own and all my time was my own, like obviously there to be other, never mind, ADD, back to the point.
No, I feel you.
Like there will be other things you have to do in life, obviously. Like you still have to do your own food shopping and shit, but like I wouldn't have to take down a family Christmas tree, and I wouldn't have to call for a family order. And like if I just had my own time, I'm wondering if I could have progressed in YouTube more and kind of like gotten to a point faster. I get too lost in this head of like I should be here, I will be here.
Oh my God, I think that I'm not only can I agree with you on that, but so many people, you know, especially like when you see like other people like, you know, on their own and doing all the things that they do, and you feel like, oh, the reason why I'm not, you know, doing all of these things is because of my living situation or whatever. And I blamed a lot of my own lacking on my living situation, and that was like my thing for years, like always blaming why I'm lacking or slacking on my living situation. And I felt like I had a legitimate reason for so many years.
That also seeps into the self-talk like we were talking before.
Everything has to do with everything.
Yeah, it's a whole picture.
Yes. And you know, I was like, oh, because I live with my roommate, or I'm here and I'm not comfortable, and you know, there's just things going on and it's not my space, like that I wasn't able to do everything that I wanted to do. But realistically, you can do whatever you want to do. It's up to you to execute, right?
It's actually funny because even Kate is like, you need to focus on like what you need to get done. She's like, I know, she's like, I know everyone in your house, and listen, like mom, dad, you're probably listening to this, I love you guys and I will do anything for you because you have done everything for me.
And you guys are fabulous.
Dude, all my friends love you. But it's some of those things where it's like sometimes, and I'm not saying no out of disrespect, it's no out of like, I love Shane, I would do anything for Shane. If he just asked me to call, like I'd call so he didn't have to.
Right.
But for me, I'm like, no, like I need to film this podcast before we go do this, and like, and I'm learning
to prioritize like what you need to do over all of the other chores. And
but there's a piece of me, I feel like we're just talking about Kate, I love you, but there is a piece of me that, like, I take other people's,
oh my God, don't even
I take other people's issues and I make them my own.
Me too.
And that's why I think I get along with you so well, because I feel totally reciprocated. When I'm talking to you, I'm like, hey, this is bothering me, like my channel, or I can't grow my Instagram kind of like this, and you don't answer like one off like yeah. You're more like no, like we'll do that. And like that's how I would act to someone. So I'm like, holy shit, I don't even have people around me that reciprocate like that.
No, I was telling Lane this last time, but
we're like just holding hands, like I feel so good.
Wait, you're a Leo, right?
Yeah.
So Leo and Sagittarius, I think, are very compatible.
See, I don't know
It's just like friends and like love. Not that I'm like running off into the sunset with horoscopes, but
we're in love though.
I do think that they have some
bearing
relation, right, to
it means something.
Real life.
Guys, we're stardust floating around on a rock that if we were tilted a little bit more, we wouldn't exist. So
nothing.
I'll bite a little bit into it. I'll bite.
Yeah. Even when you put anything into like a perspective of like, oh, we are just a thing and we're like dust and we're, you know, we ain't shit. I'm like, yeah, so that's exactly the reason why I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want in life.
So why are we taking it so seriously?
Why am I taking anything so serious? It's
like,
not that serious.
No, and that's why my whole slogan is no one cares on my podcast.
No one cares. Like, I'm here for me.
That's what I mean. no one truly cares. So if you, this is the biggest thing, and I've mentioned this before, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. When I was in like 8th grade, I had a best friend, whatever, she kind of, we got to this point, best friends, and then she got to a point where like she's like, well, you just like love yourself so much, or you care about yourself so much. And I was like, if I don't, who is going to? But like, I know that no one else is going to, so if I don't put myself first, I mean, maybe you will, because you and I are very reciprocal and like
no,
whatever.
But I mean, I've definitely tended in my life to not put myself first. So I think like if you do, it's like what the fuck else are you supposed to do?
But it changes your view, and you're like, wait, if I'm not happy, I can't help make other people happy.
No.
If I'm not taking care of myself, I can't take care of other people.
No.
If I'm not healthy, I can't help other people get healthy. Like, there's so many layers to it, and I think it just, wow, I went off on drunk tangents and a lot. We should get into the questions.
Not even. This is real. This is so fucking real.
I know, we're gonna have, Steph's gonna be on multiple episodes. I'm gonna have Kate and Steph on like an episode together, because I think it'd just be fun, because we all have we have similar, I fucking hate this word, but we're on the same plane of being, I'm gonna say enlightened. Fuck the word woke. I hate the word woke. It has a negative connotation now. But like enlightened to the point where you just understand that like your actions, yes, they cause reactions in other people, but I don't know. It's just like, I feel like we all get it, and we understand that like, yeah, it's completely an ecosystem. Like, you're not alone, no one else is alone, no one's secluded, everybody is affecting everybody else.
Right.
But at the same time, you still can look inside and be like, hey, I'm gonna do this for me. And that doesn't take away from your relationships with other people.
I think like 100%.
I'm getting a little woo-woo here.
I think that like for me, and like why like I'm so like straight on like this is what I'm doing in 2021, like fully accepting who you are and what you want to do and what you're capable of, and like just what you want to do, really. I mean, for me, like
go after it, no more excuses.
I've been wanting to do this, even just this, have a sit down conversation and record it and let it, you know, resonate with whoever. This has been something I want to do for years, like probably like over 7 8 years.
But what was stopping you? Like, what?
I think for me, I blamed it on like so many unnecessary things, and I was playing the blame game for way too long. Like, this is my living situation, I can't start now, and it's not a good time, and I'm not happy with myself, and I'm all over the place, whatever.
All over the place.
But I think realistically, it was just, you know, like I was never 100 with myself. Like, I never called myself out on my own bullshit. Like, that's where you need to start.
Yes.
Like, that's where you need to be like, you need to get it the fuck together. You need to shut up. And you need to stop, like, self-sabotaging, really. You know? Talking yourself out of things, or, like, you know, thinking that you're not good enough, or whatever.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where you just, but there is a turning point. Like, what was your turning point? Like, what clicked and you were like, I'm just gonna do it?
So I think
other than me berating you every time I saw you.
Yeah.
Like, Steph, when are you posting?
Like,
when are you
you're
posting?
made for this.
When you start, you're gonna do so well.
I think for me, like,
hey, can you guys like just lower it a little, please?
We gotta get like a
this is why I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
Down. This is why I need studio, hence living situation talk.
It's fine. It's totally fine. But these are the things. It's like, don't say that it's not okay, like it's not the time or it's not right because of whatever's going on. So I think for me, there was so many like personal things that I think that I need to work on. But I think getting my mind right, and which didn't just like come from being like, okay, let me work on this. It's like feeling good about yourself, like working out, like just getting full, like 100 and in every aspect. And I really think that like working out and being healthy has so much to do with it.
So much to do with it. If your body's not healthy, your mind's not healthy. If your mind's not healthy, your body's not healthy. Like,
and if your lifestyle just like isn't healthy, and not that I was ever like friggin' eating a bag of chips and like, you know,
no, you were never like super unhealthy.
No, but even like the way, like I wasn't mentally healthy either. Like I was like mean to myself. because I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel
It's
100.
a sick cycle.
I couldn't
when
get
it
on
happens.
here and be like, hey guys, listen to what I have to say, because I didn't even like what the fuck I had to say.
Yeah, no, that's so valid.
And I like was really horrible to myself for a long time, like horrible. And I was like, it's just what it is now, you know? And I'm not that kind of person. I'm a very positive person.
You dig deeper when you like spiral down that.
Oh yeah, you start digging your own hole and, you know, creating that reality for yourself that like nothing's gonna happen or nothing good is gonna happen because where your head's at. And where your head's at has everything to do with where you're going. So for me, I think like the turning point was getting my fucking life right, like getting my mental right, and
like
obviously
physical and health.
Yeah, like my physical health and being in a good relationship that's like serving me and positive to my life and like the way that I look at myself and everything. I mean, everything just like tied together, and I like woke up and I was like, wow, like I've been here all along. I just forgot for a little bit because, you know, I that wasn't me. Like I wasn't 100 for a long time.
Yeah. And so what would you, was it, because I honestly, anyone listening, like if they're somewhat going through the same thing, what would you say that was something that helped kickstart, or like what changes you made that they could implement? Because I think it is so beneficial.
So I think, obviously, so I'm 26 now. I turned 26 a month ago.
Happy
and
birthday.
That's just like, you know, you're off your parents' insurance at 26, and, you know, you're in your late 20s. And I think for me, it was like, wow.
Damn,
like,
I say mid, but you're right.
I mean, mid to late 20s. Like we're
right.
we're over the hump, you know? And I think for me, it was like, just like a rude awakening. Like, you've been wanting to do all of the same things since 18, 19 years old. Like, I've been, like, these things come to me in my dreams.
Yeah.
And, like, I this is what I've been wanting to do forever, and I've just talked myself out of them for all of these years, and I'm still here wanting to do the same thing. And it's like, now or never.
Exactly.
You know? So that
it's just
obviously
like, what are you
clicked.
waiting for? It's like, that was my biggest thing, just start.
What was I waiting
start.
for? Like, I don't even know, like, something crazy to happen. Like, what was crazy that happened was 2020 and coronavirus and being on lockdown and being like, wow, if I don't have something going, or if I don't have an online presence right now, like, I don't have shit. And that's not okay with me anymore. Like, I'm not.
But I think, okay, and this is where, like, everyone can be a little hard on themselves. You do have an online presence. Like, your Instagram has always been steadily growing, and like great.
But there had even been times where like I like didn't even take it serious enough to consistently post, or, you know, like, obviously that's like a thing now that matters, sure. You know. And
speaking of which, I didn't post today.
I know, it gives you like anxiety.
Yeah, I know, bad anxiety. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't shoot, and I didn't.
I know.
I'm posting old stuff, and then no one's gonna care. Whatever.
I know. I mean, story of my life, but like, I don't know. It all really hit me like with the last couple of months, where not only did I like decide to get in shape, get my mind right, like start, you know, like the negative self-talk is just like meaningless, you know, like it doesn't do anything for you. All it does is cripple your life, and it's just nothing good. So when I like started to flip the switch and take care of myself and talk to myself a little bit nicer and prioritize that, I was like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna do everything. Like, everything is mine.
It does change a lot.
It's everything.
Okay, because we can go, like, I could go on this tangent forever. Same. And we will if you guys have more questions on it. But a lot of people did send in questions, and my phone's broken, so I'm on my iPad.
Love it.
Little grandma. Actually, Kev got me this for Christmas, so like, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean, they're amazing. A lot of people were asking me like fitness related questions, and like how I took the leap and like really devoted my time. Started?
Like, did you just wake up one day and you're like, I need to go work out?
So, obviously, Johnny is into fitness. He's been for many years, like his whole life, really. And being with someone who knows so much about fitness and working out and being healthy and, like, you know, doing things to make legitimate changes and see changes in your body helps, you know. And obviously during this time, like, having a gym in the house,
oh yeah, you guys have a gorgeous
was so
gym.
beneficial because you know, I mean, nobody was able to go anywhere and work out, and that was a big thing. So my whole life I've always like maintained, and I'm super petite, so I've gotten away with it forever.
Guys, Steph is shorter than I am. Like, everyone loses their mind at how short I am when they meet me, and like,
no, everyone loses their mind when they see me. They're like, oh my God, you're bigger.
I've never been like, oh my God, wait, we have the same thing. We just have the same life. Like,
I know,
we're the same little shrimps.
So, you know, and whatever, I've gone in like waves in my life, and I could really get into this eventually, but just
well, I think you should do a whole like YouTube,
dedicated to that. But I want to say, like, 2 months into quarantine, we were really just like enjoying life and relaxing, and you know, just chilling really, and we were eating whatever we want, and we weren't working out. And then when it started to get nicer out, we had to open up the pool early, and I wasn't feeling good. I was like, you know, this is not it. This is not how I want to feel, and I want to feel confident. I want to do a freaking backflip in a bikini and drop into a split and be like, I look good.
Like, I'm good, every angle. We're good.
But I definitely wasn't feeling like that. And he was like, all right, let's both like get into really good shape and do this together. And I think doing it with someone definitely helped.
Well, that's some of the other excuses I make. I'm like, oh, I have to do this by myself. Like, no one is there to work out with me every day or when I want to work out. But that's an excuse. But it is helpful when you have somebody.
It is, but I would fall into that excuse also. You know, like, it really helps having someone like in your corner and doing the same thing as you too, and wanting the same things. But we both just went for it, and I started to feel the best I've ever felt this summer. And now when
but you don't want to let it go.
No, absolutely not. When I look back at this summer, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see where I'm at next summer, because it's just going to get better and better and better. And I think once you get into the flow of like wanting to be your best, like, you won't accept
I think it's also like once you feel that, you feel the results.
You're like,
you're like, why would I go back?
This is within reach.
So I'm talking to myself because like I get in like great shape and I'm like, it's winter.
It's hard though.
And I eat whatever the hell.
It's hard.
Well, you've seen my house.
Of course.
The way we eat.
I don't know.
We're about to eat after this, but like,
I'm excited. But like, it's really hard, and
that's another reason I was like,
discipline.
if I lived alone, but if I lived by myself when I was in college, I had like, okay, the closest to a six-pack I've ever had, but it wasn't a six-pack because I still ate heavy, but like, I was in crazy shape, but it's just such a social thing. You just
naturally have an athletic build like I do. Like,
yeah,
not
but
that
we're short. So if you put on 5 pounds, that 5 pounds, shows, right. 5 pounds on a 5'2", 5 foot.
5 foot.
Just 5 foot.
Just 5 foot.
I've never had 2 inches on anybody.
Just kidding. Like, I would die to be 5'2".
And I would die to be 5'5". Like, literally, like, I would chop my pinky toes off to be 5'5".
I would probably, like, chop off, I'd be 5'5".
Toes. I need my pinkies, but, like, toes gone.
Yeah, same. I would die to be 5'5".
But it's funny, like, you see it when you're teeny. So, you know what? You're going to be my inspiration for that. I'm glad I've inspired you to do YouTube and to get out of that little shell.
But not for nothing. I literally, well, yes, of course you did, but I literally was like, this is just the way my body is now. My metabolism slowed down. I'm not.
That's not true though.
Well, it's not, but I thought it was, and I was like, because I was still working out, I just wasn't seeing results. But it takes discipline. Like, it takes an everyday, like, waking up and eating breakfast and eating a snack and then
you
having
do the
lunch
healthy.
I mean, you have to do it full on, and then once you get over the hump of like losing the weight that you want, maintaining is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like, I eat pizza, like, I eat pasta, I eat whatever I want.
You just consistent.
You just have to consistently work out and then eat clean when you're not enjoying yourself and, you know, having dinner or whatever. Like, it's doable. It's doable for anyone. Yeah. And if I could do it, you could do it.
And it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Dude, I mean, whatever, I'll throw some pictures up here. Steph looks hot. And if you're listening, you've got to go to find her Instagram or YouTube channel because it's ridiculous.
I do have to say, it's winter now in New York, and these 30-degree days are not it for me to like jump in the gym and be like,
was that you and I talking about this? Like, it's cold out, you just want to eat. Like, you want to eat.
Like, not like
not good things. Like, you just want to eat like junk food.
It sucks. It sucks. But I try not to be like, you know, I don't thrive in the winter, because that's my slogan. Like, I hate the winter.
I actually like low-key like the winter sometimes.
I think like once you're like on your shit, you're like, this is not it for me. Like, I want to be butt naked in a bikini. Like, I don't want to be in
No, but I mean, like, I like
sweatshirt,
snowboarding. I
Me
like when
too.
I like when it snows sometimes.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God.
find comfort in that.
You like snowboarding, I like skiing. We should
Let's
go.
go.
Because Johnny won't, and I don't know.
I'm out.
I don't really have other
Kev
friends
doesn't.
that-
Johnny and Kev can go sit in a lodge. They can go drink and
They
we'll
can do
go.
what they want. I
We'll
don't
go.
care.
We'll
You
go
just-
ski.
I'm down. I would love.
No, seriously. Let's do that.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Now that we've talked for, I don't even know how long. I told you we could go on. We go on forever.
Yeah.
Let's get to some of the questions because I did get a few, and especially from Kate. Love you. But first from JT, one of my most loyal subscribers. I love you, and
Oh,
he's already
JT.
subscribed to your channel.
Yes,
He's probably
yes.
he'll comment.
Shout
and
out
everything.
JT.
We love you, JT. So he says it's cliche, but do you have any New Year's resolutions?
So this has actually been a New Year's resolution of mine like a couple times. I won't say last year. Hi. I won't say last year because I was in a different place last year, but I think the year before it was my New Year's resolution, and it is my New Year's resolution again. But to be more organized and a better texter.
Ooh.
And I know it sounds just like, oh, like a better texter to my friends, but like even to people like I'm trying to make legitimate connections with or like business connections with, like everything, like I'm really, really, really bad at texting
that's a good
and
one.
communicating. And like I mentally reply to people in my head. And I know it sounds crazy because some
No,
people
it
like
doesn't.
texting, they could do it with their eyes closed. I am really bad at it. Like I'm really, 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 really bad at it.
No, it doesn't.
So-
I think I've messed up a few like business deals because
forget it.
emails really get me.
Well, that's what I
because
mean.
you get so much
Emails,
spam in
texting,
between.
just being better at like responding, even on Instagram, like
I've-
messages. I'm not good at it.
That's
I
a
need
good
to
one.
Be better.
I was never bad with texting until I realized like being on your phone can get you in that self-deprecating cycle.
Yeah.
So I stopped, like I would stop using it for a while, and then I realized I would not answer people.
Right.
But my New Year's resolution, along with being more organized, because I was telling you guys about my room and everything, like I just think it
Same.
completely, and
Organization is everything.
I'm never gonna be a minimalist. I love thrifted clothes too much for that, but
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of want to like have less and know what I have, and then like donate more when you want more, like, and of anything.
Yeah.
Like, does she have a boyfriend because she deserves to be treated right?
I do have a boyfriend, and I can definitely say that this is the best relationship I've ever been in. Like, he definitely treats me right, and he's like the best.
This is my friend Peter. He's the one that has the podcast. Love him, but I think he was just like, damn. How could you not?
Well,
But yes,
like, I'm
yet
so
to-
awkward with like.
I have yet to meet your boyfriend. I can't wait to come visit you guys.
the best.
Someone else says, "Are you single?" Heart eyes, crying face. Someone
Nope.
says, "Wow, she's gorgeous." Someone goes, "I have a question for you," and then never sent a question. So thanks, Jose. The Jose, not the Jose from California.
She would
What
be
makes
the
you
one
want to be a YouTuber? Kate asks.
So obviously, like I've mentioned, I've been wanting to do this for so many years. And the reason why I've been wanting to do this for so many years is because I've been a big like YouTube fan forever. And I always watch tutorials, and that's kind of how I learned how to do makeup, and I like listening to other people's stories, especially people that like I can relate to and stuff. And I really do feel like I'm very relatable, like even
my
though
God,
people
yes.
don't think that I am.
No, but
like,
you're funny too.
and I'm like a normal. Like I'm not. I don't know. I don't even know what you can define as normal. But
yeah, I mean, like you're normal, but you're like definitely better than like you're funny.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm okay. This is what I mean by I think you'll literally your channel will like surpass mine. We're gonna grow together, fuck that. But
we're
like,
gonna fucking go
but what I
together.
mean is like I just think like you have the personality because, and now that like you're willing to like put yourself out there like that, it's just you are relatable and you're very. I don't know. I
For
don't
me,
know how to explain it.
I was thinking about this on the way here. Like, I think like my power is connecting with people, and like I know that's like such an easy thing to do, but like
But it's not. A lot of people can't.
And like I could really get people to be comfortable with me. Like I cringe in awkward
I
situations.
think it's just also that's what I mean. You're nice,
Yeah.
like, and you're genuinely nice, and I think that comes through because when people fake that and try to, you know, get people to connect in a disingenuous, like being like, oh, I can get something from you, so let me try to like, you know, suck it. Guys, why are you screaming?
Why are you doing this now?
What do you mean? I was doing it when you got home.
Dinner time soon.
We'll be quick.
This is what I mean. This is why I,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Anyways.
But yeah, I definitely do have to say, like, I don't know, I really, like, actually think that. And it's like, oh, what's your purpose? What's your power? I really think it is connecting with people. And I've talked people out of addiction and freaking suicide and, like, crazy things. And for me, it's like, nothing is weird to me. Nothing is, like, I'm just, like, not judgmental, I guess. So that's what like, makes me exactly. Like, nothing is too much for me. Like, you can tell me something really crazy, and it doesn't faze me. Like, I understand everything in every situation. And
no, but I think it comes back to you're empathetic, and you'll put yourself in someone else's shoes and actually be there, not just like,
No, like, I like to make people feel understood and comfortable. And, it's like my favorite thing to do. Like, I like to talk. I like to do this.
All right, I think we're gonna answer the next couple questions on the live that we're gonna do after this. So you guys can go back and watch that, because that will be on my channel too, considering we got some hungry people over there that
I'm hungry too. So
I know, but the food's not even here yet. So but thank you, Steph, for coming on. Honestly, we're gonna do another one. We'll do another, like, in a month when you have, like, your 100%. Videos out, and we'll do a little, like, recap.
This was just like a little teaser, I guess?
Like a prereq to
obviously
when
like,
we can film when there aren't people. Right?
Yeah, and Lane and I really can just, like, we'll be talking, and all of a sudden it's like 3 in the morning. So
literally the last time we hung out, I was like, I could keep going, but I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, she was yawning. I was like, I should get out of here. So yeah, I'm really excited, obviously, to be on here and do podcasts and talk a little bit, and I love to talk. So if you guys have any more questions, or, you know, just things you want to know, or, you know, any suggestions that you have for videos, for me and Lane, or, you know, me solo, Lane solo, whatever,
comment them below.
Yeah.
All right, I love you guys. As always, if you'd like to support the podcast, you can either support on Anchor or become a member of the channel.
Love that.
Or newly, you can Venmo us, apparently, during the live.
Do it all.
That was fun.
You can do it all.
But I love you guys. The podcast is back. I'm going to start part of 2021 being more organized, you know, getting those episodes out every Monday.
And what's good about this is that we're gonna hold each other accountable.
Dude, if I don't
have people that do that for you is
if I don't have a guest come on the podcast, I'm just like, Steph, come over.
I know it's hard.
Steph, come over.
What's hard is, you know, Johnny has a podcast
too,
and it's hard for him to be consistent with it because, you know, people have other things going on, and to drive all the way out there, like, it's hard to be consistent with that. So, you know, we're gonna try our best.
Yeah.
All do it together.
It's all gonna happen. All right, love you guys.
Love you guys. Mwah.
I need another one of these drinks now.
Wait, I love that. That was fun. This rusty kettle.
Yo.
Do you know what that's from?
What's going on? What's going on? Is he seriously?
What is he, playing hockey or something?
No. Is Quinn taking a shower upstairs?
Yeah.
I swear to God, this is...